Welcome back. While the Montana Fair is known for its rides, food, and fun, there are also a lot of exhibitors getting a chance to show off months of hard work. It was right here on the Yellowstone River, just between these two islands, where two Billings women found an old retired horse. They say that horse has been in the water since Tuesday. Big changes are coming here to the YAM, as Yellowstone County Commissioners are looking to reduce its funding to $50,000. Believe it or not, but I'm not actually standing in front of a real historical house. It's actually the newest exhibit here at the Museum of the Beartooths, pioneers of the Stillwater County area, portraying life on the frontier. I'm here at Buggy Bath Car Wash in Billings, vacuuming out one of our news cars because this location is one of 20 other car washes in the city of Billings alone. Since New Year's, Kaylee Klein's story has been featured all across the country, here on MTN and even Inside Edition. But a new report released by the Park County attorney questions some of those events Klein said happened that fateful night. The DOJ says that more than 250 people have died from fentanyl-related overdoses since the pandemic. 80 of those individuals died in 2023 alone. Dustin Day is charged with aggravated burglary, assault with a weapon, fleeing police, and vehicle theft. In fact, these are the vehicles he's accused of stealing: a truck and a food trailer. If you ever wanted to touch the horn of a real Triceratops, or if you've ever wanted to see just how big an actual T-Rex was, or maybe life on the frontier is more your style, well, they have it all here and more at the Carter County Museum in Ekalaka, Montana. MTN has reached out to Aspen Meadows numerous times for either an in-person interview or a comment, by phone, by email, and here in person. All of those requests were either denied or left unanswered. When it comes to extracting honey, it's a lot of moving parts, literally.
It's hard work and everyday work and honest work.
Work that can quickly become a sticky situation.
It's the busy honey extracting season at the moment, so that's where I'm most needed, and that's where I am today.
This is David Botha, who on Wednesday was loading up the conveyor belt with frames of honey and honeycomb.
Beekeeping is such an important, very low-key sort of profession. Nobody really talks about it.
David is one of 5 employees at the Drange Apiary who are from South Africa. They're a part of the H2A program, which allows for employees from other countries to do agricultural labor in the U.S.
We love being here and teaching this, and I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever love beekeeping this much.
We have a hard time finding employees here that want to come work in a sticky, hot, and get stung operation.
According to Jody Drange, the co-owner of the apiary, honey extracting season can be quite labor-intensive.
We run 6,000 colonies of bees, and we run them on 200 different sites, from all the way here from Laurel to Hysham, and then up to Broadwater, and some out in Big Timber.
Believe it or not, but a jar of honey in Montana can only be extracted 3 months out of the year. The honey is measured in these 55-pound barrels. Currently, the team's already canned 250 of them, and the season just began a few weeks ago.
We're probably doing at least 3 days a week right now. If it's on a really, really good year, we're going 5 days a week.
But Jody says the hard work goes beyond just a sweet treat at the end of the day.
There wouldn't be Montana agriculture without beekeepers.
It's the work that feeds Montanans.
Bees are responsible for 1/3 of all the food we eat.
Everything starts and ends with the bees in our agriculture.
In Laurel, Mack, Carmack, MTN News. It seems everyone on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation has a story.
There was the coroner that came in there. So we're not going to be doing an autopsy.
A story of loss, grief, death, or violence.
These stories need to be told.
But for one family from Busby, it isn't just one story, but many.
I feel like our family deserves some closure to it.
Candace Elkshoulder has lived in Busby her entire life, and just a few years ago, her life flipped upside down.
He was found dead June 21st, 2021, in a party house in Busby.
According to Candace, her son, Chad Elkshoulder, was murdered at 33 years old. She said he unfortunately fell into the same cycle many on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation do.
When you live on the reservation, especially with our younger ones, there's nothing to do here. There's really no encouragement to finish school, go to, and he kind of ran into that.
Chad isn't the only person Candace had to bury. Less than a year later, her son Joe died, and last year her nephew, Josiah Small, was murdered in Billings.
What that came down to was Cheyennes killing Cheyennes. It shouldn't be that way. We should all be trying to work together.
But now Candace and her family, after yet another death, are putting their heartbreak into action, organizing a meeting Friday highlighting violence on the reservation, following the unfortunate death of Candace's cousin, Thomas Rockroads III.
I just really felt strongly about this because Charlotte, his mom, is my aunt, and that was her only son.
I was so excited. I was 10, and I wanted a sibling so bad, and it was the best day of my life.
Lori Rose says Thomas's older sister remembers the day that he was born, the traumas in his life, and the day that he died in the hospital after he was jumped on the reservation.
For 12 years, we've watched my brother suffer from his brain injury, and it was just hard to see because that was our brother.
After all this heartbreak, the family is asking tribal leaders, the BIA, local law enforcement, and the community to put an end to the violence once and for all.
Look out for each other. I think it's going to take a community to watch out for each other because it's very rampant here.
Just hear our plight right now on the reservation and, reach out to us.
In Lame Deer, Mack, Carmack, MTN News. The sweet sound of music.
To me, it's very exciting. I am happy to have this instrument in the building.
Can now be heard in MSUB's halls.
It's a good story. It's a great place for it. We're just so happy to have it be part of our home here in this building.
A place you may not expect to find this signed grand piano.
It brings a touch of class to, like a nice piano like this will bring a touch of class to the room that it's placed in.
John Roberts, the chair of the music department, played this piano on Wednesday.
Usually I'm not thinking too much at all, but I'm usually just trying to get other people to feel something.
And while the beauty of this piano is so captivating to every passerby, it's really the story behind the piano that's the star of the show.
I think it's good fortune for MSU Billings.
I loved the idea of it being somewhere that it would be played. I always felt very guilty that it was in my house not getting played.
Photographer and Riverstone Health Marketing Director Casey Page donated this piano. It's been a family heirloom since the 1980s.
My grandmother was really passionate about volunteering and giving back to her community.
Casey's grandparents purchased the piano in 1989 from the Schweitzer Institute of Music. Inside the piano houses two signatures from famous music composers, Gunter Schuller and Wynton Marsalis, as a token of appreciation for supporting music education.
One of the fundraisers for the Institute and the festival itself was auctioning off some of the instruments used, and this piano was one of them.
Casey's been holding on to it since 2012, but rather than collecting dust, Casey wanted the piano to bring music back to students, just like it did almost 4 decades ago.
She really enjoyed giving back, and I think this really honors that and really honors the educational legacy of this instrument.
A legacy that will now be heard by students, professors, and visitors here at MSUB for many years to come.
The story continues now, doesn't it? Yeah.
In Billings, Mack, Carmack, MTN News. Friday marks 8 months since Swade Birding Ground was last seen.
Please come home, contact me, call me, find a way. I know there's a way.
8 months is an incomprehensible amount of time for any family to be without their child. For 8 months, Swade's family have had to know life without her.
And since October, Swade's dad, Wade Birding Ground, has been desperately searching for her.
It's been different. It's been a whole different life. I mean, to be honest, it's been horrible.
Since her disappearance, the FBI, the National Guard, the BIA, local law enforcement, and community members have looked for her.
We searched everywhere for her.
Still, she's on their minds all the time.
Suede is not forgotten. She matters. And we are doing everything in our power to bring her home.
On Thursday, the FBI field office in Salt Lake City held a news conference in Bighorn County. It involved a walk in Suede's honor and song.
It was amazing to see the resources that are currently being given to Indian country.
As of Friday, the Crow tribe announced they would be matching the FBI's $5,000 reward for a total of $10,000 for any information that brings Suede back home to her family.
No tip is too small or insignificant.
Wade and Crow Tribe Chairman White Clay hope the new reward money encourages people to come forward with any and all information.
We wanted to match the FBI's award so we can show not only the family but the community that my administration is here for the people and here for the community to assist them whenever a crisis comes to head.
Someone's going to come forward and talk.
But until then, their search still continues to bring 13-year-old Suede safely back home.
I just want to thank the FBI and Pro Tribe and everybody else, thanks for helping me out and continue the search for Suede.
In Crow Agency, Mack, Carmack, MTN News.